This is going to be a very oversimplified deal on how I do platform sharpening. If you want all the details, you're going to have to get my video, Weapons of Mass Destruction for Bowl Turning and How to Use Them. Not finished yet, but it'll be out shortly. But platform sharpening, much faster, much more efficient than using jigs and not as difficult as it seems. Okay, I'll be doing a scraper here. I want to set it at 70 degrees, so there's my 7 through the hole. That's set up at 70 degrees. It's going to be the same every single time. This particular scraper, very little sweep across the nose. These are very easy to sharpen. And that's done. Okay, I'm going to be doing a gouge this time. I'm going to set it at 45 degrees, 4 and the 5, the one in between, 45. Now this gouge, they call it a continental or German spindle gouge. A couple different names. Main thing with the gouges, the part that you're cutting or sharpening needs to be directly over the tool rest. This is the same that you do when you're turning, which means as I'm going across the side, the tool is rolling, so that part's always directly over the tool rest. Little tiny bit of sweep to this one. Notice I'm rolling the tool as I go. And the other side. And that's done. Roll. One half done. The other half's done. Okay, this is your 40 degree bevel, so about a 40 degree bevel and about a 40 degree sweep. Sweep means how far you roll the gouge this side as you're coming through, and that's what these little two lines coming off there are for. Again, these can't be seen too well by the camera, but this is a grind that Stuart Batty and Mike Mahoney and a number of other turners use, and I actually like it. So again, flat on the tool rest. The part that is cutting, or in this case being sharpened, is directly over the tool rest. That side's done. Roll it out to that 40 degree line so you get the 40 degree bevel, 40 degree sweep. So this is a smaller size spindle roughing gouge. Notice across the top it's square, so there's no sweep to it, so all I'm doing with this one is rolling. Start in the center. Roll back. That's done. Okay, this is a fluteless gouge, one of Doug Thompson's tools. If you notice, the bottom is round. Some people say, oh yeah, you can turn your tool rest upside down and do it like that. Well, this tool rest is not capable of that. So I just hold it on top and roll it. It's not really that difficult. This one I keep at about 60 degrees. 60. So it's set at the angle. A little bit of sweep. And that's done. So this is your standard diamond parting tool. Mostly I'm just trying to hold it straight up and down. I have it set at about 35 degree bevel angle. Hold it as square to the wheel as you can. That side's done. That side's done. Try that again. Wasn't quite done, almost. And now that side's done too. So a skew chisel, not a tool I use very often, but I still can sharpen them. That's set at about a 30 degree bevel. I don't use jigs, I just do this freehand. Not very difficult to do. That one's done, ready for the honing. Another variation on the skew chisel. This is one that Ellie Avicera uses, but this has a convex grind, which means it rounds. So this one's done more freehand. Start it, roll it down, and roll it back up. Very simple to do. And that one's ready for the hone too. So this is what they call the bottom feeders, or bottom of the bowl gouge. Very steep bevel here. Almost no sweep to it, so fairly square across. I want about a 60-degree bevel again. So it has no sweep, so I'm not going to be going very far to the sides. Let me change my bevel angle. Okay. So very little sweep, but just kind of roll it as I go to the side. Roll to the other side. I do round the heel off a little bit, especially with these CBN wheels that take a long time to wind down because they're so much heavier. You turn it off and use this for a brake. So this is a swept back grind. It's not ground back a whole long way like some of them are. So basically this has way more sweep than the standard gouges, so when you're coming off to the side, instead of stopping at the 40-degree angle, you just go on up as far as you feel like. So one more little pass here. And again, you'll notice too that as I go, I roll the tool on its side, so whatever part is hitting the wheel, that part is directly over the tool rest. I'm going to get the other side. Ready to go. So the platform sharpening, you watch somebody that's done it, and if you've seen a lot of demonstrations, sometimes the guy is doing it, they just make that look easy because they've been doing it all their lives. This really is very simple. You have all the basic skills if you know how to turn already. Tool flat on the tool rest. You're not raising and lowering like you do when you're on a standard toolist, but feel it on there. You're not forcing it down or holding it down. And basically, wherever you're cutting, that part needs to be directly over the tool rest, so you just roll. It's really pretty simple, takes very little practice to become efficient with it. And if you think about all the time that you spend changing angles and changing jigs and stuff with your different gouges, these are huge time savers.